Hello, my name is Julia, and I am coming at you today from the beautiful Nosara, Costa Rica. I was feeling particularly inspired today to create a video talking about this idea of the bigger dream or this deeper calling that we all have. Forgive me, I've got some notes here, so you're going to see me connecting with those throughout this conversation, monodialogue. But this deeper calling, this bigger dream that we all have inside of us, was coming up for me as an idea today because I've recognized how in my own journey I have gone through quite the process of discovering what this actually is. And I've recognized how much suffering or how much work I've had to go through to actually connect with for myself this deeper calling. So for me, this shows up as wanting to inspire women to be authentic and allow themselves to express in an empowered way. This is something that I'm still working on in my own life, and it is not something that came easily or naturally to me, but I knew, based on these different threads that I had been picking up on, that this is what I feel called to do in this world. This is the work that I feel called to do and to share with others. So this is the gift that I want to offer. But I do want to acknowledge as well the amount of, for lack of a better word, struggle or suffering that I had to go through in order to get to this point. And there were a few questions that I asked myself to really figure out, okay, well, what is this underlying issue that's really going on right now? And I later came to find out that I was feeling the way that I was feeling because I wasn't connected with my purpose, my bigger dream, this calling that I have. So some of the questions that I have for you now are, if you've ever felt a feeling of deep loneliness or feeling disconnected from life, if you have ever felt like you are meant for something more, if you feel as though something is missing from your life, but you just can't quite figure out what it is, it's just this feeling that you have that there's something missing. Well, if you have wondered or struggled with any of these things, maybe had these questions, these feelings, then there is a chance that there is some deeper purpose or calling that is inside of you, just waiting to be unlocked and unleashed in the world. I believe that we all have a bigger dream, that we all came here with a specific purpose to live out in this time on earth. I believe that we were given this framework, this map, to help us discover and uncover what that actually is. And I've recognized for myself that this deeper feeling of lack, this inner loneliness, this sadness, which sometimes show up as depression in my life, that this was here for me to let me know that I was not in alignment with my purpose, with my path. And so I'm going to share with you now 3 simple things that I started to do more regularly to help connect me with what is my path, what is my purpose, what am I really here to do, why am I even on this earth right now? And I'm going to share those 3 things with you here today. So the first thing, this was really the first stage of my own awakening, but was to clear out the toxins from my body. I've recognized that a lot of the inspiration that we feel that directs us towards our purpose and our path can only really come through when our physical body is clear and clean and allowing that energy to come through. Because this energy is a vibration. And it can only connect with the body fully, and maybe not only, maybe there are some instances, but largely speaking, you need to have a clean vessel in order to receive the messages that come from the divine, that come from that inspired place. So along my journey, I put in a lot of work, a lot of effort to clean up my diet, to remove any heavy metals, heavy toxins that may have been in my body, including different medications that I was on, stopping eating dairy and gluten and sugar and coffee on a regular basis. Not to say I don't have those things from time to time, but it's not nearly as frequently or in the same capacity that I had it before. And if I do, it'll be a higher quality. And I recognized, even in changing that one step, cleaning out my physical body, I had so many different health benefits as a result from that. And it's not even really what I was looking for. I just, I wanted to exercise, I wanted to feel good, and so I changed my diet. But then I also recognized that I felt less depressed, I felt less anxious, I felt more inspired, I had more energy. The second thing that I did that really helped me connect with this greater purpose was taking time to sit in silence and meditate, to give my monkey mind a break and just slow down, calm down, and be in the present moment. Sometimes I would do this by following a specific breathing pattern or technique in my meditation, but I really invite you to find something that works for you. Find what calls to you. And in your meditation, you can ask yourself questions, you can set an intention for what you want to achieve or experience. But it's really a process of exploring, but also just being. It's not about doing or what you can achieve or accomplish, but just being in the present moment. And when I started to develop this practice and got a little bit better at it over time, I recognized just how much bliss I can actually experience when I allow my brain to take a break, just calm down and turn off. The third thing that I started to do that really helped me connect with this bigger energy was to ask myself some questions. And they are not only limited to these ones, but these were the two that really helped direct me. So the first one was, what are the challenges that I have faced in my life? If I really look back over my life, what are the main themes and challenges that have continued to show up for me so that I can overcome them and surpass them? Usually it is in these challenges, this hardship that we face, that we experience the most growth. And through this growth, that is often where we can find our purpose, our greater gift that we have to offer the world. Because once we've developed past that and overcome that challenge, that is then something that we can help others with, that we can share with our knowledge, our experiences with others in a positive and uplifting way. One of the other questions that I asked myself was, what am I most afraid of in life? For me, that was definitely expressing myself, allowing myself to be seen. And I knew that this was an area for me that had greater meaning, had an opportunity to have a greater impact in both my life and the life of others. Because I often felt this deeper desire to do this thing, to express myself, to allow myself to be seen, but I also had a lot of fear around the idea of it. So connecting with those two things of what are the challenges that I've overcome and what am I most afraid of in life, and allowing myself to walk into that, connect with that fear, really sit with that, especially in meditation. So these three things, just there may be other questions that come up, but asking yourself these questions, where have I really felt inspired or pulled towards, and what is it that I want to move away from? cleaning out our physical vessel, the body, allowing those downloads to actually come through and be received. And then, of course, sitting in meditation so you can quiet your mind enough to actually receive them. If you do these 3 things and you still feel this deep sense of loneliness and disconnect and whatever, like, it may take a bit of time to actually build that practice, but I feel fairly confident that you will begin to receive the messages of where you can be putting your energy that will feel most inspiring for you. And then you may still feel some depression, anxiety, because now it's like, oh, I have this big dream and I want to work towards it, but it will be in a more aligned way because you'll feel that fire, you'll feel that passion, you'll feel that excitement, and you'll have more purpose. So if this is something that calls to you, if this is something that you really want in your life, I invite you to start implementing these things. And if you feel like you need some help along this journey, I am more than happy to hold this space for you, as it is a great passion of mine to help align people with their highest good, their highest potential, and their greatest purpose. Okay. Whew. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for loving yourself. Thank you for showing up as the powerful human that you are. Thank you for your curiosity and your willingness to explore. Much peace and love, my brothers and sisters. I look forward to hearing from you again soon. Take care.